Hello ladies and gents, my name is Fire Nixie and I'm bringing you a review of Legend of Grimrock II. It was made by Almost Human Games and released October 15th, 2014. Now when starting a new game, you can make it harder by turning off the map, only healing and saving at crystals, or only being able to use the crystals once. And you can also create your characters here, instead of using the default party. Now here you can go ahead and name your character whoever you want, choose whichever races or class you want. You can distribute the attributes, distribute traits. Some races have specific traits just for that race. You can also pick whichever skills you want to put the points you have. And you can change their portrait. If you'd like to make the game even a bit more challenging for you, you could just randomize everything. You can randomize the class, the race, the attributes, their traits, and their skills. And once you have your party set up and looking the way you want them to, you can go ahead and start your game. I decided to start with the default party that's provided in the game, and oh look, I'm trapped in a cage. Now I will say, even though I'm trapped in a cage, it's pretty refreshing to be outside and experience an open world once I get out of here. Now the default party you're given, you start off with a human fighter, a minotaur barbarian, a ratling alchemist, and a human wizard, which is a pretty well-rounded party, even though I did start another game where I made my own party just to see how much it differed. Now in my other party, I did keep the alchemist because I really appreciate having someone who can make me potions, especially since I'm prone to walking into traps or just jumping into traps or having creatures just jump onto me. Now don't be fooled by the tile-by-tile movement. It gives the impression that the game is turn-based when it's not. All your weapons and actions have a cooldown period, so just keep wailing on them until they're dead. Okay, so your mission on this island, if you choose to accept it, and I hope you do because it's a very beautifully done game, your mission is simple though. You have to get your 4 prisoners here off the island alive. However, there are some issues and challenges blocking your path. You gotta keep your people fed. So they've got little food meters on them, and they starve, they don't regenerate, and they start dying, which I know can get in the way. There's also tons of creatures on this island, and the island master, who likes to taunt and test you the entire way through. And frankly just won't leave you alone. Traps and puzzles are riddled throughout the entire island. Bunch of things that weren't in the first game, they've expanded on the first game and added a whole lot of stuff. So you really gotta kind of think outside the box a bit more than you would have in the first one. But you also get so much more freedom in where you can go in this game. So if you get stuck or trapped one direction, you're not doomed to just keep wandering around that area trying to figure out how to get past this puzzle and you're just stumped beyond all reason. You can just walk away, wander off to another area. Perhaps you'll find something there that'll help you through the first issue you had. At the very least, you'll get a nice change of scenery besides staring at dreary dungeon walls all the time. The only issue I seem to have with this game is when I go into a state of panic, I'm prone to unequipping my items instead of fighting with them. Because moving items is left click and fighting is right click, so be careful of that. Now, one thing I find extremely amusing and horrifying at the same time when I walk into them, is puzzles and treasure and traps being just stacked right on top of each other. So you get like a roller coaster of emotions sometimes. So you'll be all excited that you got this puzzle solved and you've got progress going and you're just at a high point. And then all of a sudden you fall into a horrible, horrible trap that just drops your heart and gives you this feeling of hopelessness. And then you get through it and you get a treasure. So this game really tugs at my feelings a little bit more than I'd like it to sometimes, but it's really fun. So I'm going to give this game a 4.5 because even though it can be frustrating at times, it's great when you get those triumphant moments. So if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up or subscribe to the Echo Through Me Steam Army channel, and just have fun out there, gamers.